Good evening and welcome once more to the Tales from the Lost Emporium. I am, as it says above me, usually the DM, Bushy. Tonight I am not. We are playing Call of Cthulhu, Servants of the Lake. Now, before I get the rest of the guys on, I just want to give a quick shout out to people that are starting to follow us. We only kind of started this last week, and whilst we've been putting a lot of time into it in the background, I realized through StreamYard, we're trying to keep up with everything. I am working on Streamlabs. We will get little pop-ups and fancy things for everyone to follow us and all that sort of stuff. But like Twitter's been amazing today. We've got, I think, 49 or 50 followers on Twitter, and it's just incredible, the community on there. So if you're not on there, please go and check it out. Facebook is getting a lot of stuff with the memes and stuff we're putting on. And then on Twitch, we've got people. So we've got Shade Glass Games, Rubonics, Alfie Cox 99, Shezrock 33, Dented Dice, Firathor, and Mac of the DM have all followed us so far. So thank you very much to everyone. If anybody is jumping on and watching us, please watch get involved in the chat and come and have a chat with us. And lastly, a very nice thank you to our three kind of main sponsors of what we do that are always helping us out, which is Monkey's Emporium, Lost Boys Pizza, and Shade Glass Games. So go and check those guys out as well. Now I am going to hand you over to our keeper for the evening.
Hey! Hi everyone, I'm Gary. I'm the Tales from the Lost Emporium minion, one of the two shopkeepers currently. So Bush is having a night off again because he needs some time to get his mind back in order and think up new things that we can go and adventure with. But if you watched last time, so last week we have a group of fearless adventurers set in the 1920s in America, and they're going to be encountering all sorts of mythos horrors. Now, the idea last time was that they were heading off for a nice, relaxing break in the country. And obviously, as you may have guessed, things didn't necessarily go their way. So the group has largely previously played Deadlight as a scenario, and we've also played Crimson Letters. So we're jumping in halfway through Servants of the Lake tonight. So Call of Cthulhu 7th. So we should have fun. Let's see who our players are.
Hello, I'm Gary. I play Michael Pritchard, who is a parapsychologist and psychic who talks to his spirit guide, Sam, from time to time, who helps him and not help him as times they go by. I'm part of a most haunted crew of the 1920s with my partner, Sharon, and we go around to different haunted or strange going on places to get information on our new books. Hopefully more and more stories for more stuff.
Yes, people are reading the books.
Yes, we're now getting more popular.
And our next player?
Hi, I play Sharon. So I'm the other part of the most haunted team. So I write the books, and I've written the book Night in the Orchard, and we're trying to write another book.
To make more money, very good.
Make more money.
Yeah. So yeah, Night in the Orchard related to your adventure with the Deadlight, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, which was an interesting storm-racked night in a diner and gas station that you all somehow managed to survive.
We did.
Barely.
Yes. I will see who else we've got playing tonight.
Hey.
Hello. Good evening. Yes, I am Bushy, and tonight I am playing Jeffrey Robin Thurston, the great and wonderful magician of our time. I currently spent a long time sleeping and refusing to get involved with any of the shenanigans that those people, the weird family that pushed my van into a hedge. So, I refuse to get involved with them, especially when they tell me that there's weird people walking around a barn. But I'm sure you'll find out soon.
Brilliant. It's always good to have Jeffrey with us. We have somebody else. Hopefully he's there.
He is.
Hey, you're on mute.
I'm there!
Yay!
Hey! So, I'm Ross playing JP Porter, who is a stuntman / actor hired to follow around the most haunted team, or whatever they're calling themselves at the moment. Basically, turned into a little bit of a whipping boy at the moment, but obviously is just trying to embed himself in the mindset of both Michael and Sharon to figure out exactly how they managed to write all these stories so that in the future I can make sure that my acting skills are up to standard and give them a good portrayal of what I believe happens.
I believe that their novel Night in the Orchard has been going to be made into one of those new talkie movies, isn't it? That's the plan.
That
So
is,
you're heavily involved in that, and yes, their publishing house has said they've got to accept you and
yes,
extend you every courtesy.
I've definitely been forced upon them. Yeah,
Yeah.
which, as you can tell, they also take it out on me a lot.
Yeah, so I believe they treat you as a servant, but everyone else thinks
They're
you're their
I'm
son.
their son. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Okay, so we've sort of briefly touched on stuff that happened last time. Would anyone like to give us a rundown of what their version of events were last time we played?
I can do that if you like.
Excellent. JP, go for it.
So, I mean, JP's taken lots of notes so he can figure out exactly how they all work out. So, start off with, we were at a book signing, and whilst we were at the book signing, I believe Sharon was approached by a gentleman. Is that right, Sharon?
Yep.
And he was
Not dodgy at all.
is a bit rude to you.
He was snotty.
It was snotty. Is that how we're describing him? Snotty.
Snotty.
And he gave you a business card. What was on the business card?
I can't remember what was on it now.
Gary,
It's black.
It was a business card that says Emporium Absetros. Lost Emporium.
Absentius, yes.
Yes. And on the back of it, it says, awake on a full moon and jump into the still water.
Yep, I'm not doing that.
I believe Michael, he made you an offer in particular. For
He did. From the last one, we kept some papers and we've taken them to our haunted museum in Las Vegas. And he somehow knows that we have these and is offered to buy them. But we're not too happy about selling them after the troubles we had last time.
You talked about taking them and a witch off your hands. And,
yes.
You know, I mean, it's up to you if you want to divulge any further information on that.
I'm going to say, as JP definitely took notice of this, but had no idea exactly what was mentioned. So there's
Did
a
he
note
mean
there.
Sharon, or did he mean something else?
So after that, we headed off from the book signing and bumped into a broken down van, which had the great and wonderful Thurston written all over the side of it, which is where we met Bushy, who managed to sweet talk his way into getting a lift.
Sweet talk.
I'm pretty sure he just climbed in your car.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think we pushed his van into a ditch or something.
Yeah.
All pushed my van into the hedge.
So it was hidden, obviously. And we carried on up the road to try and get some repairs or a garage or something for your van, and stopped off at Squatters Lake Motel, which is where we met William and Robert, the owners of Squatters Lake Motel, who quite happily gave us rooms. There are other people the other side, but we've got the rooms on the side furthest away from the lake, because there's a lake there as well. Everything all seemed to be going quite nicely. We'd all settled in for the night, and there was lots of shouting going on outside. A few people went outside to go and have a look. Others just curtain twitched and saw a young man, Jacob Trent, arguing with William about his friend called Abraham Hickey. He's adamant that he's been there, that he's already stayed at the motel. William denies this completely. There's been a bit of an investigation going along because Michael and Sharon just decided that all of a sudden, because of this, something is happening.
Oh yeah,
Sprung to
it is picked up. Ooh.
and that they informed me that is exactly how things work there. So off they went and managed to discover that there are noises under the rooms, and people seem to keep going missing, including an heir to a wealthy fortune. Mr. James Fraser is also missing, who we know very little about at the moment.
Coincidence?
Possibly. Michael and Sharon then meet up with Jacob, who's robbed the keys to the workshop and decided to go inside because he's again adamant that Abe is there. Upon searching said workshop, all hell breaks loose.
It didn't go well.
No, there was scratching from boxes, if I recall correctly.
And we found some clothes.
Yep, found some clothes. The jacket of a hickey. So
Clothes, luggage, jewellery. There was boxes of it. Yep.
I feel like we're missing the part where JP could have broken into the house, the room that nobody was in, but chose to break into the house with the guy staring through the window at him.
yeah. So upon
we've missed out.
well, I'm just getting to that point. So upon hearing the scratching from the boxes, I believe was it Sharon decided to pull out a gun and shoot at this. I'm going to say person that came out.
It was a mommy coming towards me.
A zombie.
I'm going to shoot it. A zombie.
So yeah, it was.
I mean,
No one didn't look well. Slightly rotted, big hole in their chest.
It was dead, so I shot it in the head.
Yeah, so JP might have freaked out a little bit and having never experienced this, and went on the hunt to go and basically ring the authorities. I mean, as you would do. We've all seen those films before where you know full well that you go, don't go into the forest late at night. Yeah. So JP's mindset was very much no, let's go and ring somebody. Ran around a bit like a headless chicken. Did kick in some doors. Might have annoyed some people that were residing in rooms.
Yep.
Yeah. And came back out, met up with the group who had gone to go and find a shotgun, but left it there. Didn't bring it with them.
Nobody could use it well.
No, we had the bright idea to lock the zombies in the workshop and fetch the shotguns.
Yes.
That we then realised we can't use.
Yeah. So we all kind of met back up. And when we all met back up to discuss the shotguns that can't be used, there was a scream coming from the gentleman who was not happy with JP Porter's room. And it looks like that the workshop attached to that, they've broken through and killed him as well. And I think that was about where we left it.
We was just opening the doors, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we just opened up the doors.
Yeah, Jeffrey had finally woken up as well.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. The noise had finally woke him up.
Yes, yeah,
Jeffrey was
because
outside.
all of this, he just decided to sleep.
I am a heavy sleeper. It takes a long time to look this good.
And then, Jeffrey, I believe you were stood outside the workshop wondering what was happening as they ran to get a shotgun and then came back. JP ran in a room that was occupied, kicked some doors in, ran out of a room that was occupied, just as Michael and Sharon came back without a shotgun.
Yeah, you can tell we've done this before.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that is indeed where we will pick things up. So, JP, you'd gone back to the workshop door. So you're all outside the workshop trying to decide what to do. And you heard like a shout and a scream from room 6, I believe it was.
Yep, and room 6 is Mr. B. Bunston.
Dunstan, yep.
Dunstan.
Close.
I read that wrong.
Yeah, I've got Bunston down as well.
It's Dunstan, Dunston.
Right.
It's good enough. And you hear a lot of screaming and shouting and scuffling. And I guess as you guys look over, you see him being dragged out of his room by these two figures. And His like arms are held out and they've got an arm each, and they seem to be carrying him quite effortlessly, but they're shambling along, sort of as if their legs aren't quite in coordination. Fortunately for him, Mr. Dunstan, he appears to have passed out with shock. Meanwhile, Jake Trent has gone and hid under his bed in his own room, which was room 8. And he bravely left you guys to look after all this. And you can see that these forms are shambling, and they seem to be heading towards the lake, towards the waters, with this form of the guy that was innocently staying in room 6. So you're all outside the workshop door, and you can plainly see this in the moonlight. What do you wish to do? And there are still gas lights on the buildings.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we run over to them? Are we that close or not?
You can get over to them, yeah.
Did you say they were heading towards the lake? Sorry.
They're heading towards the waters of the lake.
Okay. Well, it's rather peculiar for a midnight swim, isn't it?
I mean, I've got no idea what's going on. I mean, Michael and Sharon seem to have more of an understanding of what's happening here.
You know those two are zombies on each side. You saw them. It's your brain telling you that it's not. It is.
That does remind me, Jeffrey, you've not seen these before. This is your first clear sighting, so you're going to have to.
How are we to them?
You can make out that they're not right, just the way they're walking.
Can I make out the holes in them that these guys caused to them?
Is the moon shining
Not
through
yet,
the holes?
okay. Not yet. So you want me to make a sanity check? Is that?
Yes, please. Because you slept through all the drama.
That is a good pass. That's just shy of a hard success.
Brilliant.
Regular.
You've seen some pretty shocking makeup before in your stage shows, and you know, mate. I mean, yeah, it's April 1926. They're a bit early for Halloween, but you know what they're like out in these backwaters.
Well, I must say, this would not get on stage at Morecambe.
Entertainment capital of Europe.
The variety show would put much more effort in that makeup.
So, like I say, this guy's being carried towards the waters of
Is
the
he
lake.
struggling? Is he out cold? What's
Is that cold?
He's out cold.
He's out cold.
His head slumped forward.
Okay.
I'm not that strong. I can't tackle him. I know that.
I'm strong. I'm 80.
Oh no,
I'm
but
80.
do you really want to go running and tackling zombies though?
Yeah, like full arm rugby tackle.
Is that what you'd wish to do, Sharon?
I did the one on the left. You did the one on the right, Michael.
That's what we're doing. We're running tackling the zombies.
JP can go and try and grab the man before he falls to the floor.
Fair enough.
I don't know. What does everybody else want to do? It's just an idea.
I mean, I'm following your lead, Sharon. You've encountered this kind of thing before.
What do you think you should do, Michael?
We need to help him. We need to stop him. So let's go.
Yeah.
I will.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Full on rugby tackle. I'm going to do
Sharon,
like the stance and everything.
what is your dexterity score? Because
70.
70. Okay.
I'm a badass.
Sharon's like Captain Marvel.
Yeah. That's why I said I didn't want to do it, but she's dragging me along.
I'm not dragging you. I said, can you think of anything else?
We need
Sure, she's
JP
got
to
the
run in.
The best
You can
damage
grab all
bonus.
of us.
as well. Okay. So that means I don't have to redo the the initiative order. So Sharon, you're first. You run over, so you'll remember it's there's a male and a female. This is Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
These zombie-like creatures. Who are you going to attack first? Now, Mr. Smith has already been injured from when you shot him in the side of the head.
So I think I'll go for the woman then.
Go for the woman. Okay.
Yeah. Or the dead woman.
Yeah, you're keeping things equal, which is good. Okay, so you run up and you're going to need to make a fighting brawl for me, please.
Okay.
And she is going to fighting brawl back as well. Oh, the DM is rolling well tonight. So I just need your level of success.
Did a fail.
How big a fail? Because I mean, I got 93, so I got I more than doubled. So
I got 51, and it should be 35.
Okay, so you're not as big. So you still maybe you misjudged it. It's because of the awkward gait that they've got where they're wobbling. Like you went running in. I don't know, what were you diving? Were you throwing a fist?
Proper like Superman dive.
Okay, so no, I think we'd established it's Captain Marvel dive. Not Superman.
Captain Marvel.
So and you just missed time slightly, and you just dart past. Mrs. Smith, as she saw you coming at the last minute and spun round to swipe at you, but yeah, you sail past. So next go, it is JP.
Okay.
We've just seen Sharon run off to, I would say rugby tackle, but it's more American football block.
Yeah. What should I do? I think I'm going to go and attempt to go and save Mr. Dunstan. Really? Yeah.
You mean the guy you insulted and
the guy that got pretty mixed up with.
That poor innocent guy.
Yes.
Do you feel bad?
No, not really. Yeah, we'll go and try and take them off essentially. So try and split them up a little bit. Yeah. What we're rolling them fighting brawl for that? Yeah.
Which one you attacking? Mr. or Mrs.?
I don't think it matters.
As
I failed. I was going to go for the male, not the female.
So Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. That's it. Mr. Smith.
Ooh. And you got a fail.
I did, yes.
So did you say you were going for a tackle as well?
Yeah, more like to try and push them off him essentially. Yeah. Bit like a running shove.
Yep. But Mr. Smith, he sort of figured out what's going on here, and he was expecting an attack. And you come running, and you connect with his rotting hand, and it hits you square in the face and stuns you a bit. And he does. Ooh. 7 points of damage as he plasters your nose across your face. It's like falling into a ball.
Ross, have you got another stunt actor that you might like to bring onto the set?
This is the backup.
Yeah. Have we got a double for the fighting scene? He doesn't do fighting scenes, just a driving scene.
So I have lost greater than half of my max HP in one hit.
So
yeah,
you need to make a Constitution save. Well,
okay.
a Constitution roll. If you fail this, you're going to fall unconscious due to the amount of trauma that it's caused you.
I passed it.
Hey, you manage. You remember your bad fight training, and you're like, oh, I could reel with this blow, but your nose has still been spread across your face, and there's blood everywhere.
I've definitely taken hits before, but normally they don't connect quite as hard as that. Yeah.
So, Michael, you've seen Sharon run and skid past one of them. You've then seen JP bravely run and get his face caved in. What do you wish to do?
My fighting ball's only 25. I don't know what else I can do without pulling a gun out, and I don't want to shoot either.
I could throw you my gun if you want.
I've got a gun. I've got a gun, but the chances are I'll end up shooting one on you.
What about your stick? Did you have a stick before?
I've got my sword.
Your sword, that's it.
Can I charge him with my sword?
You can charge him with your sword cane, of course.
It won't be fighting brawl, though, will it?
You've got a specialist.
Yes, I have. I've got sword one, yeah?
Yep. You can go and attack with your sword. I mean, that all worked out perfectly fine last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
So which one are you going to attack?
Mr.
or Mrs. Smith?
The woman. I'm going to try and chop her arm off so she can't grab the other man. Oh, my God!
That's not good then.
No, that's a 97.
Oh, no.
She is going to fight in ball back, but because it's the second attack against her, she gets it's not a bonus dice. She gets a penalty dice. So, her first roll was 10.
Okay.
Her second roll is a 60. So she's got a fail.
I got a fail of 97.
So I think it's probably you swipe and you were almost attacking the same time as JP, and the crunch of his nose and the squeal and yelp that he let out just put you off at the last moment, and you managed to miss Mrs. Smith. Jeffrey, it's your go. Your new friends, you've just seen them run up and get absolutely pounded.
Well, I have to say this is rather uncouth of everyone. I am going to use a couple of a throwing knife.
Oh,
this is what I have.
Somebody's going to get it in the head.
No, it'll be like Ace Ventura.
Thankfully, my knife skills come under fighting brawl. It seems.
yay!
They're medium knives, so
Go for it.
that's good.
They're not going to make an attempt because they're still fighting. Which one was it, Mr. or Mrs.?
Which one's closer?
Mr. is the closest.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
Yep.
Because you damaged our poor young JP so much. You know, I only just met the boy, the kid, earlier on that day. Maybe the day before. Where are we in the evening? I can't remember.
The day before, yeah. It's sort of around 1 a.m. by now.
Yeah, you've had a good night's sleep. Sharon's
Because
been on top
Sharon
balcony.
woke up from a horrific dream, didn't she?
She's been on balcony.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did Jeffrey get?
Sorry, so I rolled 21, which is just above an extreme success for me.
Oh, okay.
A hard success.
A hard success. Go for it. Give me the damage then.
Ooh, 1d4 plus 2. 4 points of damage.
Excellent. Yeah, so the knife thuds in to probably into one eye socket and sticks there with a satisfying as
You'd be like, do you think it's dead now?
now
I may not see eye to eye, but I can assure you must hand him.
Now, Mr. Smith is So that was his left hand that hit JP. He's going to follow up with his right, and his right's his good hand. So
What? He did that much damage with his bad
I
hand.
tried to stop him, JP. I'm sorry.
JP, would you like to fighting brawl back, or would you like to dodge? The difference being, if you fighting brawl, you get a chance to do damage. That's about it.
I think I'll fighting
You
brawl.
managed to successfully dodge. You're going to fight and brawl back. Okay,
Yes.
so you're upset you've been punched in the nose. You're going to try and block and
Yeah.
forcibly attack back. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the big roll, Mr. Smith. He does get penalty dice. Okay. He has failed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normal success.
You got a normal success, so you get
Normal
to your fighting brawl damage.
Right. So
Any
that
damage?
is one of them plus one of them. So it's 5.
5 points of damage. Okay. So, what are you punching, kicking, headbutting?
Punching. So
Punching.
after being hit, I've clutched my nose and I've decided to just spin round, put
Yep.
the full force of my fist into him. Punch him clean in the face.
You feel bones shatter underneath this blow, but he's still on his feet. And it's now Mrs. Smith's go, and she's going for Michael, who's got his sword out. So, Michael, are you fighting, brawling back, or are you trying to nimbly dodge out the way?
I'll fight brawl because my dodge is worse than my fight brawl.
Well, it can be with your sword, we'll say.
Oh,
Because
right. Yeah.
If you're parrying with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So she goes. Again, she's got a penalty die. Okay. She got a really bad fail.
And I got 4.
Yeah.
Extreme
Yeah,
success.
so it's 60 with my cane and I got 4.
So that's an impale as well, because
Ooh.
weapon, I believe. So you do the maximum damage plus the normal, plus rolling the dice for damage. So you've got damage as if you rolled the maximum on the dice, so
Okay.
whatever weapon you had, plus a dice roll as well.
So I rolled a 3 and my maximum's a d6.
Okay, so 9 to Mrs. Smith. Okay.
And now I've got a shish kebab because I can't get her off.
She is, yeah. So yeah, effortlessly like parry her wild swing, and then you ease your slender sword blade through a couple of ribs, and you feel it pierce all the way through her body. It's sort of to the left of where this funny hole in her chest is, with all these bits sticking out of it. Okay, we are now back to Sharon, who went skidding past.
So are they both standing now?
Yeah. So they've dropped Mr. Dunstan to the dirt, and he hasn't moved. You heard him land with a thud and maybe a groan, but it's hard to tell.
So is any of them basically hurting anybody else? Is JP okay?
JP is not okay.
So the man still attacking JP?
Oh yeah. He's got a knife sticking out of his eye socket.
I'm gonna go and rugby tackle the man then. If I shoot him, it didn't work last time.
And now I've got a shish kebab because I can't get her off.
Okay, so go on then. You need to roll a fighting brawl for me.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So he got a fail. So what level of success did you get?
Success.
You got a normal success. So just give me your normal damage plus your damage bonus, which should be on your sheet.
What would the bonus bit be?
It should say it right at the bottom of your sheet. It should say damage bonus.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and rugby tackle the man. What happened then?
We're just getting a loop from the Twitch view.
I got 6.
6 in total.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fighting Mr. Smith. You went running up to him because you saw the message made of JP, who everyone assumes is your son. So it's like some maternal rage.
Like JP.
How do you take out Mr. Smith?
I literally fly at him.
Like,
Yeah, I jump from the floor, so a couple of yards away, and then I just fly at him. So I knock him flying away from JP.
and as he goes flying back, I think the knife in his eye socket then
Pushes
gets
in.
all the way back and
No.
head, making a bit of his skull with it. Mr. Smith is no longer moving, even though he wasn't moving very well anyway. It was just a lucky shot against JP. JP, it's your go. There's still Mrs. Smith.
Go.
How you feeling?
Pretty rough. I think I want to lie down. Let's have a look. What are we going to do? I mean, no, I'm a stuntman. I've got a reputation to uphold.
Okay.
So we failed that. It's not a good reputation to uphold, but it's a reputation nonetheless.
You're lucky because Mrs. Smith failed as well.
Ooh.
So your head's really ringing from this horrific facial injury that you've now got. I will go on to Michael.
Okay, I'll put my foot on it and pull my sword out. I'll have another go. I'll have another go with it. Is that okay?
Yep.
And that is
Fail.
38. No, that's a normal.
Okay, so yeah, well she got a fail to fighting ball you back. So give me your damage.
5.
5. Okay. Yep. Again, you pierce her again where you're pretty sure the heart is, but it slides through really easy and comes out again. It's quite easy how well it slides through and pokes out the back. So you're a bit confused by that. And Jeffrey, you can see they've taken out one of them.
Yes, well, it was definitely me who did this. I suppose my other knife must go into the young lady.
Go for it.
Oh man, that is an extreme success.
She might fail, but yeah, go for it. Then give me the extra damage. So max damage plus damage.
Max damage plus damage. That is 12 points of damage.
That's double what you needed. She had 6
My
points.
max damage was 6,
Health?
and then I rolled a 4 on my dice, which is max again.
Brilliant. Okay, so what happens then? Is this another knife to the eye, or was it some fancy way?
Well, at the moment, she is dancing with Michael, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to think that maybe her back's towards me, and the knife kind of lands just close enough to the base of her neck to stick her tongue out, so it looks like she's coming in for a kiss to Michael. So, you know, he's got all close and personal. Yeah.
It's not Michael. It sort of licks the bottom of his cheek there. Slumps to the floor and no longer moves. Okay, well done. You have dispatched these strange zombie-like. You nearly survived it completely intact. Jake, how are you looking?
Yeah, pretty rough.
Is there anything you want to try and do before, in the aftermath of the fight?
Can
we
anyone
heal it or anything?
Does anybody have any medicine skill or any medical equipment with them?
I've just got the base in first aid, so I mean,
I've got
could
one.
help, but
I've got first aid 30.
I've got
Yeah, I've
first aid 30, yeah.
I mean, you could go and look in the building, see if there's a first aid kit if you wish.
Yeah, before we move, I'm going to just flourish my sword and sheath it and say to JP, you see that? That's what we're on in the film.
Yeah. That's why we write books.
And then I'm going to go over to Sharon and go, take some photos of these zombies. We're in them for the book. We're having these for the book.
Ding, ding, ding.
what?
With JP there at the same time.
Yeah, with some bruises on him.
At which point, with broken nose, JP goes, "I didn't know your cane was a sword."
Where's Mr. Dunstan?
He's on the floor in the dirt. He's just unconscious. You can
Just
yeah.
okay.
Are we near the waters? Can we splash water on him?
I mean,
Yeah.
they were going to take him to the water. Is that wise?
Good point, JP.
Yeah. We're not going to do that.
I know you're trying to find material for your books, but can we at least patch my nose up, please?
So, are
Yeah.
you going and heading off to see if you can
Yeah.
find something?
Yeah,
Well-
JP, can you pick him up? Because I'm not strong and Sharon's super strong.
Sharon's too busy taking photos. I can give a go carrying him
Yeah.
Okay.
with my bloody nose.
I mean,
Don't get so much blood on him.
JP, okay, you let Mum and Dad go off and do whatever it is they need to do, and we'll drag Dunstan back.
Yeah.
yeah, you do try to pick him up, but he's a big guy, and JP, you're badly injured, so it is more just dragging him face first through the dirt.
Oh,
I mean, we
you
wouldn't
have to
roll
be
him over.
safe
We're not completely. Oh,
Like one is
Let's
that.
say you take a few steps and then suddenly
You drag him
decide
by
to
his
roll.
arms instead of his legs.
Cool. Yeah, you get him back to room 6.
Yeah, we'll take him to his room.
So, you need to. Who's got the lowest luck score? You need to make me a luck roll to try and find some medical equipment.
45.
Oh dear. I've got 80, so it's not going to be me.
I've got 61, so I'm all right.
Sharon,
What's
what's your
Sharon
luck?
got?
Sorry,
your luck?
I missed it. I took my earthing out. What
Oh.
did you say?
Look.
Look. We have to roll for it or just
No,
tell
what
me?
is it?
Your luck score? The big box at the top.
Blue.
Towards the top.
Blue.
Yeah, on the left-hand side.
Oh, 45.
So we're both
Oh,
45.
it's 40 now, actually. Because I've...
So
Oh.
Sharon then.
Sharon, give me a luck roll then to see if you find medical equipment.
Sorry. 54. So no.
So that's a no. So you don't find anything. What you do find is, like the little travel sewing kits. There's one of their drawers, and there's like a couple of like plasters and maybe a bandage, but they're not very good. But you can by all means have a go at patching up JP if you like. Maybe a big bandage around.
Should we give him some whiskey, Michael?
Yeah, we've got some illegal whiskey. We can rip some.
Make him a special coffee. That will make him so much better.
Yeah.
You don't need medicine.
So JP, are you happy to carry on without any first aid treatment, or do you want to?
Attempts to patch myself up. I don't trust those two.
Okay, you can give me a medicine roll to see if.
Okay. Can I push that roll?
Yeah. What do you want to do to push it, and what do you think could possibly go wrong if you push a medicine roll?
With a broken nose, you're insane.
I mean, you could spend luck. You said you've got plenty.
Yeah, I've not got enough to spend to make that a pass. Do I need to push it? I mean, it leaves me very, very easy to take down if I just leave myself.
So it's worth remembering that for anybody watching, we are playing like the pulp rules, where if you have at least 30 luck left, you can spend all of your available luck to negate a death.
Can we go to reception and do spotted and look for a medicine box?
No,
First
that
aid
was,
kit.
that was what your luck roll was for.
Oh, okay.
Where
So normally in times like this, I normally ask Jack to see what he reckons I should do. You know, when I'm torn between leaving it or pushing it. If Jack's still with us, does he want to join in a little bit?
Jace D. Weaver, because it's Doctor. It's Jace Doctor Eva, isn't it? He says, "Do it."
Which is the role.
You know, Jack's got a history of killing characters, right?
I know. Okay, so we're going to push it. So originally, I just tried to correct it one way, but realised that was correct. So I'm going to try and correct my nose the other way now.
Okay, brilliant.
Oh, come on. No, that's a worse fail than last time.
When you say a worse fail, like what's the score? Are we talking high 90s?
It's an 88.
An 88. Okay, well, okay. So you're not in the massive danger zone.
No.
I'm not fetching the healing shotgun out the boot then.
But
You have to put him down.
it's
JP, I'd like to point out, as I'm with you, if you try and give me a tracheostomy,
so here's what I see is happening. You're trying to reset, and you realise you need a mirror, and you go up to the mirror, and you're just getting it. So you think you know what you can do, and then Michael comes in and immediately covers the mirror.
Just say, don't look at the mirror.
And the pain that shoots through your skull is immense. So you can take another hit point off. As you've made the damage worse.
Oh dear.
And you look with tears streaming from your eyes at Michael as if to say, what did you do that for?
What did he do that for?
oh man!
I remember seeing lots of luggage and some bottles of liquid in that garage. Is it possible we could go searching through that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the workshop.
Yeah, are you coming, Sharon? We can take some photos of stuff while we're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go.
I didn't know
We'll
you
go back into the workshop. Because we
Yeah.
never got to look at them bottles or anything.
Oh no! Oh, the jars.
It was my broken
Jars.
nose.
I don't want to look at the jars.
Yeah, we need the photographs.
Yeah, you can do the photographs of the jars. For some reason, it's really freaking me out.
I know they said they were rather good with a shotgun, but actually I'm not so sure I'd rather be around on our own right now. It's slightly worse for wear, and I'm afraid I'm only down to 10 more knives.
Yeah.
We may find a help, something in one of the briefcases to help him.
Yeah.
There's lots of luggage.
We can go with them, but can I borrow one of them hankies I saw you with earlier on? To wipe my nose with?
Stop pulling them out.
No. I go to pass him one, and that's what he's doing now. He's just pulling it out. Don't worry, they'll end soon. Just
Is there like a pair of underwear as the last bit that comes out as well? A pair of boxers.
massive bloomers.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Okay, so are you all heading to the workshop?
Yeah, we're going to check the suitcases to see if we can find any aspirin or anything.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Whiskey. Okay.
I think I might be a bit of an alcoholic, you know. Well, Sharon is anyway.
You know, prohibition's on, right? And you're not supposed to be drinking.
That's what makes me want to drink more.
So again, you're going to have to give me a group luck roll. So it's Sharon with the lowest luck.
Okay. Nope.
There's no pain-killing drugs, no antibiotics.
How far was it off?
Shall I tell
There-
you what it was?
Yeah.
99.
Oh no. There was a bottle, but she stood on it.
Broke it. Sorry, guys.
There wasn't even any morphine or cocaine or anything like that. So
It's
no,
fine.
nothing.
I'll stop it for you.
Has anybody seen Billy and Arthur?
They're in the car.
Robert and William.
What
No,
are
I
they
went-
in?
I
Robert
went
and William.
looking for them. Yeah.
Bobby and Billy.
Ah, there you go. Billy and Bobby, that's it. Yes.
No, I went looking for them, but couldn't find them anywhere. They weren't in the rooms.
Well, you briefly looked in reception. You then went and kicked in someone's door, and then kicked in another door. Yeah. Their rooms are actually attached to the back of reception.
I was startled.
They said they were using room 5, but that's not where they live.
Yeah.
But no, there's no sign of them. But I believe you were going to have a look at these jars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to take some pictures of them.
So there's the wooden table. Its surface blackened and scratched. It holds a pair of thick green rubber gloves and a row of 6 jars. Okay, so Michael, you had a torch last time, but I mean, you could light an oil lamp. There's oil lamps in here if you like. The first 4 jars are filled with a cloudy yellow fluid, while the final 2 contain dozens of metallic needles spotted with green mold.
Oh, that's okay. I was expecting eyeballs and kidneys and
That's
liver.
good. Then it might be penicillin. That might help him out.
Yeah. Lick this mold in here. See what happens.
So we got what, needles in jars?
Yeah, 2 have got metallic needles in jars with like a green mold on them, and the rest are half filled with a cloudy yellow fluid.
No, I'll take pictures of the place now. I know it's not dodgy.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to take one. I was thinking of putting one in the car, but I know it's going to be bad. I thought we could take one to the museum, but I don't know.
You want one in the museum?
Yeah. I might get one later.
Okay. Cool.
Looking around, there's nothing else.
No,
Just the
nothing else
coffins,
there. Yeah.
Right.
So,
we should get to reception then and knock on his door.
well, while you're in there, you then hear a female scream, like a proper piercing, terrified scream, coming from the bottom of the lake. So not the water, but like around the shore.
Oh. I was going to say, how are they doing that? Because then it'd come through as...
If you walked around the lake, it would be the bottom curve of the lake. So it's
Okay.
southwest. So basically due south from where you are now.
Is it going to be like my dream?
What dream was that?
I had a nightmare, didn't I? Where I was walking. Is it in the lake? And then there was a big diamond thing.
Did you tell any of us about this?
Yeah,
Me.
Michael. I told you all in depth. I can't remember exactly what Gary said now.
I think we woke JP up, but you won't wake up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me just.
Yeah, you decided you were going to walk out, sleepwalking. And I told you to shut up and went back to sleep.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay.
So what we're doing? Are we going out to check her, or we're going to knock on the door?
Well,
If somebody's screaming, we've got to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the. Hopefully, people can see that now. That's the picture that you saw in your dream.
There you go.
Can everybody
that's
see that?
Yes.
Yep.
All the tentacles.
Yeah, you had a very vivid dream. Okay, hopefully that's now stopped sharing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. There'll be more pictures to share later, hopefully. Cool. So yeah, so are you now telling everybody else about this dream?
Yeah. I thought I did anyway, but Michael knows it very well.
Jeffrey was fast asleep.
I've told Jeffrey now.
Whilst we're running to go and save this damn
So
I
you
say
all
that, we're all running. You're like sprinting off Sharon as fucking Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Just flying through the air.
so you're gonna head round the edge of
Towards
the
the
lake.
screen. Yeah, towards the screen without touching the water.
Yeah, without touching the water.
So you run off. There's a path. So it goes behind the boats, and then it leads into the small woods, and it follows the edge, and you eventually come to. I did say there was going to be more pictures. Let me just see if I can bring up this one. Can you all see that?
Nope. Yes.
No, can't see anything.
Not yet.
Okay,
Got the thing going, right?
so
Loading,
You
loading.
you get to the bottom southwesterly tip of the lake, and you can see that Robert and William are there,
Ooh.
along with a lady tied up just in the edge of the water. She is, and there's another. You can just make out there's another younger man with one of these holes in his chest, but he looks like quite a young, fit guy, and he's helping William to
Does
hold.
he look like James Fraser?
Well, you haven't seen a picture of James Fraser, I don't think.
God damn it.
So maybe he does.
Was there
And
not a
they're
description
holding.
of,
No, there wasn't. There was just these
Wasn't
radio reports of this guy missing,
I mean,
and
normally
then
a
his
radio.
dad was offering a very large,
Yes,
very
so there
large
should have been a
reward.
So surely they would have given out a description so that people know who they're looking for the said reward.
This is true, but it's at night, and you're not close enough. So, yeah, so you see this guy and William are holding this girl down, and her leg, she's in the shallow water, and she's like, come on, and she's screaming her lungs out because as you look over, you see there's a dense mass of what seem to be reeds in the water, but then they start to vibrate, and there's a hum that accompanies them, and like ripples come out of the water, and it's like as this clump of reeds all start to vibrate, and that's when you notice that these reeds are starting to come up, and they're not reeds, they're actually spines, and they're spines on a huge creature that's emerging from the water. There's 3 like long eye stalks with triangular yellow glowing eyes that independently pop out of the shallow water, and they start to look around and they focus on this young woman that's being held in the shallows of the water. And then the reeds get higher and higher, and it's like a large mass. And I say that you notice that they're all spines, and there's like a metallic sheen to them all. And then there's this huge gaping maw in the middle of its body that opens, and black sludge dribbles out rows and rows of needle-like teeth. You also see halfway down there's like atrophied limbs. There's two atrophied arms that are just dangling uselessly, and then two bare legs that have also wasted away, but they're definitely human arms and human legs. So one pair of each. So maybe this was a person at some point, and it rises up, and it's about 8.5 feet tall, and then you see it's got like 3 stumpy triangular legs, and you hear as it raises first one out of the water and then into the shallows as it approaches this poor, helpless young woman who is screaming her throat raw in horror at what she sees. And everybody needs to make a sanity check.
And I whisper, "That's my dream. That's my dream."
How are we doing with sanity? So who passed? Passed. Okay, so if you passed, you
I
lose
passed.
2 sanity.
Yeah.
So anybody that failed loses 9 sanity.
Whoa.
Oh wow! I thought it was the other way around.
Wow.
As you see the full horrors of an avatar of Glaaki.
Okay.
So, if anybody failed, that's going to be a substantial amount of sanity loss in one go, isn't it?
Yep.
So, those that failed, could you make me an intelligence roll?
Oh, it's your intelligence that you want.
Yes.
Fail? Yeah.
This is where
Failed
you
it.
want to fail the roll. You
I
failed.
failed it. Yes.
Oh.
I've got an extreme success.
Oh no!
Brilliant. Okay.
You're going insane.
How can I roll a 15 on that, man? It just, ruined.
Funny.
So, I forgot to bring my book with me. I've not got the big long list of phobias, but we can come up with one anyway. So, because I think, looking at this scene in front of you, Jeffrey, it's fair to say that you're now going to be scared of going into the water.
Yeah.
Because you've just seen this thing in front of you emerge from the water. So you're now scared of any bodies of water for... Let me just see.
Yeah.
Any large bodies of water or like a bath?
Baths, you're okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like large natural bodies of water. So lakes, ponds,
okay.
seas, oceans. We're going to say that's for... Right, it's only for 9 rounds, though, that this sets in.
Okay.
So you don't feel comfortable approaching this lake now.
I have absolutely no intentions of approaching it anyway, but good to know.
As the last, you were quite happy having a sleep. You had met some fellow Brits running this motel, and you got on fine with them. And then these crazy American people that helped you out, it's just gone downhill since then. So you're just really not interested in what's going on, particularly with regards what's happening in the water. Okay. So what would you all... Oh, yeah. JP, you are just convinced that no, it's all made up. Special effects. You work in the movie industry. It's all just fancy makeup again, isn't it? That's all this is.
Yep.
Maybe there's a film camera nearby. Maybe you've stumbled onto a film set.
I'm convinced that Sharon and Michael are having me on and set it all up. They do their books.
It's
on my camera, is there a light?
It's a flash. It will have a flash, yeah.
Okay, I won't take pictures then.
Yeah, take us running in.
Because I'll go
Hey, guys.
Just hold still for 17 seconds.
Get Jeffrey to pose. So before we get into the next bit, I think we'll have a short break there, if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah.
I just want to check one thing. You know the lady, is she looking at us as well?
No, she's like Her eyes are fixed on this thing. Her back.
What colour are her eyes? Because you know if they're green, yeah, I'm kicking Lupin over that's in that chair, I'm telling you. That liver spotted man in that chair, if they're green eyes, Lupin's going down.
Are you here to kick ass and chew bubblegum and you're all out of bubblegum?
I've heard stories of another investigator, Mr. Burton. He told me about it.
It was a truck driver you once.
Yeah, once met.
Obscure movie reference there for people. Brilliant. So shall we take 5 minutes and then we will rejoin with what is liable to be the conclusion of this adventure and maybe a TPK. Thank you for watching. We'll be back shortly.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Tales from the Lost Emporium, as we're going to continue with tonight's horror of Call of Cthulhu. Before we go any further, we'd like to give a shout out to all our regular sponsors, which is Monkey's Emporium, which is based down in London, for all your retro toy gaming needs. Amazing stuff. Lost Boys Pizza, horror pizza restaurant down in Camden, but they deliver nationally in the UK. So get it's amazing charcoal-based pizza delivered to your house. Brilliant. And also to Shade Glass Games, your friendly local gaming store in Ilkeston. So now we'll get our players back in as they're about to go into a big fight with a beast in the lake.
Ta-da!
Hello, everybody. Are we all good?
No.
So it's worth pointing out, JP, you're probably in the worst shape of all the other characters,
Oh, yes.
as you got your face smashed in a previous fight.
Yeah, I'd say I'm about a third of my best.
And more crucially, nobody bought the shotguns.
Nobody
Now-
could use the shotguns.
Before you go into this next encounter, it is worth remembering that running away in Cthulhu is a valid option. It's not Dungeons and Dragons where you can fight your way out of everything. But if you guys want to fight, we can fight. I'm not saying you're going to lose, but I want to make you all aware that running away is a perfectly valid option. There will then be
You're
consequences.
going to lose, but
There are consequences if you don't face up to the horror and do something about it.
I mean, we've come this far. We might as well just keep going. That's how that works.
Okay, so you have just seen. Let me share the image again if I can. Hang on, that might be. No, that's the wrong one. Can't believe I failed at that bit. Why isn't it that one? Okay, back again. So you've got to the southwestern corner of the lake, and this is what you've encountered. There's slightly less people there because you've taken out a few of the others. So it's just, but you can see the two guys that own the motel, Robert and William. Robert is in his wheelchair. William is helping to hold down the young lady who was in the room that you never thought to check on to see how she was doing. And then there's another zombie-like guy with a big hole in his chest, a young, fit, bare-chested guy. And they're holding down this young woman in the shallows of the lake. And this creature has emerged. And this vibrating of its spines is still going on. And you see that it's got this dark, metallic sheen to it that looks much like the spines that you saw in the jar, Michael and Sharon and everybody else. It's that same funny metallic look
needles,
to it.
metal needles. They sound like they're going to be lovely.
Yep.
Can Jeffrey remember, were there any canisters of gasoline in the barn?
Oh, there
Lots.
was barrels of oil, if you
Mm.
remember, outside the workshop because they don't have gas or electric lighting. They've just got oil lamps everywhere, and they have to top them up. So there's two barrels of oil with a like a metal watering can that's got oil in it. But yeah, there's lots of flammables there. Don't worry.
Okay.
Blow it up, blow it up. Get the lady first and then blow
That's
it
what
up.
we're going to have to do.
It's worth pointing out that you guys haven't been noticed yet, we will say, because the people involved, other than the young lady, are the people that have summoned this beast here and are making an offering to it. So they've all got their backs to you at the moment.
What were you saying about running away?
So, are we in initiative or?
I've not put you into initiative yet. I've made a
Okay.
note of what everyone's initiative is, so I know
Can
where
I take a picture just before it's initiative? So they're going to see us anyway.
I'm gonna tap. Who are we next? Like, are we in the reeds or something?
Yeah, so there's a small woods.
Yeah.
I got another picture. Got the original picture from last time of the map. Hang on, let me bring that up and I'll share that for you so that you can see. Okay, so can you see these woods down the bottom here?
Not yet.
Loading.
We need to make a distraction.
Oh. Thinking about it.
There we go.
There we go.
So we
Okay.
buy the
Yeah,
boat.
so you're down the bottom here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, below the boats. See the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
it is only like 2 minutes back to the motel.
right.
We could set the motel on fire as a distraction.
I definitely reckon we blow something up.
Big fuck off scary monster. That's what we should be blowing up.
You got to take a picture first, though.
Well, I was thinking of setting a camera up to flash as a distraction
Yeah, on a different part.
at the side of us and trying to come in the other side.
Could
Yeah, was there
blind them
anything
with flashes.
But
Was there anything inside any of the boats that we went past? I don't think we
Well,
stopped to check them, did we?
no, you didn't stop and check them. It depends what you're after.
Grenade, shotguns.
Vehicle.
Tank.
Something to kill a big monster.
I mean, it's perfectly wrong for an Englishman such as myself to be considering going out onto a boat. However, do you think you would like to be one of those heathens that maybe got on a boat with a lot of oil, ready to set fire to something?
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan, that does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What jackpot.
yeah.
I'm just reading what you put in. Flashes!
So Sharon is busy there going while the end of the world is happening. And
Well,
everyone
what
else is
kind of
going,
camera have we got? Have we got the ones that put it over your head?
No.
You look through a
They're
little
big
box.
ones. They've got the flash bulbs that pop every time you
Okay.
use them.
Be like, throw me a bulb.
Ridiculous ones. So I am thinking that I will head back to try and get some containers and fill them with oil and use my many handkerchiefs to create basically slapdash Molotov cocktails.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Good.
Yeah, we can give you like you'll probably make like 5 Molotovs. pretty
Okay.
quick.
Awesome.
You're going to make me look up the rules for Molotov cocktails now. The damage. Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Have we got a very short time limit before they get this girl?
Well, yes, this creature is slowly advancing towards her with these spines quivering and vibrating.
I reckon we do a quick
I was thinking, should we just
Just
shoot,
running
just
down
start
after-
shooting at the water,
Just running down
start
after-
shooting at the water, just trying to stop him approaching.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, is this water quite reflective or not?
Yeah, don't look, Michael.
It's night time.
Yeah, he
The
is
moon is
safe,
reflecting on it.
he's safe for now.
If it's metal, he's not going to get shot, is he?
Well, it looks metallic with the sheen of it. So you don't know for sure that it's metal. Metal's the closest thing your mind can equate it to.
So, like, Bushy said, we could do fire bombs.
He's got to get there first. I reckon we should start shooting at it.
Should we start
No.
shooting?
Sacrifice the woman. We don't need her.
I can't sacrifice a woman.
And then that way it might stop in the water a bit longer.
This is not how you write a book, JP. You have to save people for a good book.
I've read your books. You guys don't really care too much about saving people.
So,
Where's your
surely-
chivalry, man?
We saved somebody in the diner. I'm sure we did.
I think so.
yeah,
There was a woman. There was a woman we saved.
You saved the granddaughter, didn't you? And then
Yeah,
she
for
goes
Noah
in-
Pan. But we didn't sacrifice somebody else to do that, didn't we?
Oh, is
Yeah,
that nasty
yeah.
waitress?
You did
so
sacrifice a
deserved
woman
it?
to the deadlight.
Scott, in your first book,
She
you
threw a knife at me or something.
Yeah, we
didn't
didn't write that bit in then.
Right. No,
And
we
then-
didn't write that bit in.
And then the young lady you found came and asked you guys for some help, and you just ignored her at a later date.
Robert
Well-
didn't ignore her.
You can't please them all.
So, what I can figure out is going to Jeffrey has run back to get some Molotov cocktails made with this oil,
Yeah.
this flammable oil. Michael, are you drawing a
got
firearm of some
Yeah, I've got a
sort?
32 revolver. I'm going to start shooting at the water at it.
Oh,
try and
okay,
keep him.
that definitely kicked everything off.
Yeah.
I'll just join Michael. 'cause
There we go, we're both shooting.
Yeah.
And it's dark.
And JP, what are you doing? Are you going to run off with Jeffrey, or are you going to join in the firing squad?
I'm going to run off with Jeffrey because I've got the idea of setting these boats on fire and pushing them into the lake as a distraction /
Yeah,
We
because
could
Jeffrey
be the
can't go in the lake.
fire barge. Go.
Okay.
So we're distracting it, making it look this way,
Yeah,
while you're
We-
pushing the fire that way. Yeah.
we're the heroes. We're distracting it.
So, JP, you will be on your own doing that with the boats because Jeffrey will go nowhere near the lake.
That's fine.
He's going nowhere near the water's edge.
He's a stuntman. He's used to fire. It's fine.
Okay. So, Sharon and Michael. So,
Yep.
we'll put everyone in initiative, but you get plus 50 initiative because you're readying firearms. So, okay.
Can I ready my firearm for later?
Well, once you've set the boat off on fire, absolutely. So you guys, Jeffrey and JP, it's going to take you at least 2 rounds before you can get in on this fight. So at the moment, it's the most haunted gang, rather like Jules and Vince. Is it Vince? Yeah, rather like Jules and Vince have just pulled out guns and gone bang, 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 bang. I'm guessing. It's like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
We're just doing it just to kind of stop it approaching. We're not really aiming.
So Sharon, you get to go first. You have a variety of different targets. So your options are William, Robert, the young bare-chested zombie guy, the lady that's kneeling in the lake, or the big scary beast.
The big scary beast, because that's the thing that's going to eat her.
Okay. So you're shooting at the big scary beast. Make your shots then, please.
I've got 88.
Oh,
It's
dear.
definitely not going to hit.
No. But we go to Michael now before anyone else gets a turn. Michael, what's your target?
The same. The big
Get it,
beast.
Michael.
Beast.
Get it. Good.
Oh my god. No, mine's a 92.
That's amazing.
And my firearm's only 35, so.
Can we look at each other and be like, oh shit?
I didn't see we're not firing specifically at it. We're just trying to make some noise to
Yeah.
startle it.
You know, I drew parallels to Pulp Fiction earlier. That you were Vincent George.
I'm not that.
You're actually the guy that bursts into the flat they're in and fires the hand cannon at them both and misses completely. Okay, well, this avatar of Glaaki has spotted you both, and
Can't possibly get us from the water.
so because it's the 3 tentacles, it's in the shallows of the water. Sharon, you start shooting, and one of the eye stalks moves around and locks with you. And then Michael starts shooting, and a second eye stalk is looking. The third eye stalk is still looking at the lady in the water.
Stop looking at the lady.
William and Robert both look round. And William orders the younger undead-looking guy to hang on to the girl by himself, and he starts wading out of the water, and he's making his way to something lying on the bank at the foot of the wheelchair. There's something lying in the grass there that he's bending down and is about to pick up. So, but the beastie gets to go first, and Sharon, it's going to. You see these spines quiver, and then you see it's like its muscle mass moves, and a slab of its body arcs down and faces towards you as it goes to fire a spine at you. Would you like to make a dodge roll to try and avoid this?
Ooh. Hang on. Think of dodge. Where's dodge? Yeah.
What level of success did you get?
Just success.
A normal success?
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate because it got a hard success.
No.
Did we get a bonus because we're in the trees?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Far
come
away.
on. We're hiding behind trees.
This metallic-looking spine comes flying through the air and hits you in the shoulder, and it does 5 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Now, you also see that this spine is still vibrating by itself now that it's not part of this creature.
Like in me kind of thing.
In the wound, and it's hurting, and you can see that there's like some of this black viscous fluid running down it towards your skin.
Right, Michael, get it out! Get it out! Get it out! Get it out!
So am I okay to pull it out?
If you want to grab it, you can pull it out.
Yeah, I'll have a go. I'll put my foot on the chest, on the stomach and pull.
How much damage did I say you took again, Sharon?
5.
5. So you need to make me a constitution roll as well to see if you pass out.
Oh no. You know, 100. Is that 100 or 1?
That is
That's
the
one.
worst roll you can get. Yeah.
0, 0. 0 is the worst one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
001 is 1.
That is the
It's
one.
one.
Yeah.
The best one ever.
Best roll you can get. Sorry, I missed the bit that you'd got the 1 at the front.
Yeah.
So you pass easily, and with Michael's help, you pull this spine and throw it to the floor, and it lands in the grass. And
Can we put it in
JP
a handbag? Because we might need that.
Oh,
I don't-
evidence.
I don't think you've got thinking that quite that logically at the moment through the pain that she just suffered.
Okay.
So JP, you managed to get a boat turned over and into the water, and you managed to get a load of flammable stuff and pour some oil on it. What are you going to do? You're going to get in the boat and paddle it round, or are you just going to light it and push it out into the lake?
I'm just going to light it and push it into the lake. There's 3 boats, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, so the first one I'm just going to light and push into the lake.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'm going
do
to start on the second and third boat. I may
Okay.
end up inside a boat, undecided.
that. JP, you're calmly filling up some empty bottles with oil and stuffing all your handkerchiefs in the top. So
Yep.
like I say, you're going to have about 5, but it's not going to be for another round. Robert is struggling to turn his wheelchair around, and he's sort of gesticulating towards you guys and gesturing towards William, who I say is running over to where he is. And you see now that he's picking up a shotgun out of the grass.
That's
And
where our shotgun went.
There was a shot. It was the shotgun from the reception that was hanging on the wall when you walked in. Sharon, it's your go. What do you want to do?
Shoot at it.
Shoot at it, or shoot at the guy with the shotgun, or the guy in the wheelchair, or the guy holding the lady in the water?
Well, there's none that close to us yet, is there?
How do you mean? The guy just picked up a shotgun.
I still think the big monster will be the most damaged. Go, I'll do the monster.
Okay.
You won't believe what I've just rolled.
You rolled 100.
0, 0, 0.
That is 100.
How can you roll a 1 and then a 100?
I know.
That also
Yeah,
means your gun is jammed and no longer works.
Oh, okay.
It's because it's such a critical fail. Something's gone wrong with your weapon, and you now no longer have that firearm to use until you can spend time stripping it down and fixing it.
Suppose it's better than it blowing up in my hands. So.
Well, that is the other option we can go with. Being nice, because you've already suffered a lot of damage.
Thanks.
Michael, it's your go.
I'm the worst person to use a gun. We've only got one gun. We'll have a shot at the zombie man running at us.
The one with the shotgun, or
Yeah.
okay, it's William from the motel.
Oh, nope, that's 82.
Oh my god, we're so gonna die.
I think we're running. Next go.
He successfully dodges anyway. Right,
Running back with some Molotovs while you 3 are running you 2 are running the opposite way.
Well, we're a diversion. They're definitely looking at us anyway, thinking, what are they doing?
JP, make
Yes.
me a luck roll, please.
I've got this. Yes. Yeah, pass that.
What level of pass was it? Just normal?
860. Yeah, no, hard.
Hard. Okay. So the big beast, it spots this burning boat, and the way the current is in with this lake and the waters are lapping, the boat has gone round and is heading towards that beast, conveniently enough. And so 2 eye stalks have now, the ones that were looking at Sharon and Michael, have like flipped over its back.
Oh, we're trying to keep the eye of Saruman on us.
It can now see this curious burning boat heading towards it. So it's not sure what to do, but there's the one eye stalk still looking on the lady in the water. So it's decided that it's going to march inexorably towards her, splashing in the water as it goes. William, however, he is going to. So Sharon, on a 1, 2, or 3, it's you. Michael, on a 4+, it's you. It's Sharon, he levels the shotgun at. And he's going to shoot. And Sharon, you need to make me a dodge roll.
Oh man.
or you get shot with a.
Is
20
it distance away though?
88.
88.
88.
Okay, because he got a 96.
Ah,
So
that's
this
okay.
shotgun blasts into the night. Maybe he's just firing a warning shot up in the air to
Yeah.
try and get you guys to go away. It's now Jeffrey. You filled it up, and you can run back now. So you'll go in normal initiative order. JP, what are you going to do for this round?
So I'm going to launch the second boat,
Okay.
and that one's going to be on fire as well. But the third boat, I'm not going to set on fire. I'm going to get in it. And I'm just basically going to be stood atop of this boat with my gun out now, ready, like slowly going across the lake towards them. Fire at them.
Is it between the fire as well?
Excellent.
Like, guiding the boat.
So, like, got a convoy of 2 boats on fire, and then me stood there with my gun, like, yeah.
So you've got a gun. You've got a gun now.
Yes, I do have
Cool.
a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've now drawn said gun.
Sharon, it's your go.
Okay. So again, I'm just going to shoot at the.
You ain't got a gun.
You haven't got a
I know.
working.
Okay, am I by the man? Am I by the
You
the one
can
who
run up
shot
to
at
him.
me?
You can run up to him and punch him if you like. It puts you closer to the.
I've got a knife.
Yeah, you can draw the knife and stab him if you like.
I might try and chop his head off. Okay.
So what do you want to do? She's going to run towards the beast and all the
Yeah.
danger. Try and
Oh, no, the man who had a shotgun.
yeah, but you've still got to get.
zombie.
He's in front of the beast.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Yeah.
64.
So what level of success did you get?
I didn't pass.
Okay. He failed to dodge, so he didn't pass either. Okay. Michael, it's over to you.
Well, that was all for running away while the other guys bought the stuff, but Sharon's ran forward.
Yep.
And so my instinct is to charge with her, go for the man with the gun. We'll try and get a shotgun because we're good with shotguns.
Yeah.
So I'm going sword drawn, running at him.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, that's a 9.
Oh, he
Actually,
matched
that's a 6. It's even better.
it. Is it an extreme success?
Yeah, it's 12 is my extreme, so 6.
Okay, so count
Yeah.
it as the maximum dice roll plus the dice roll again.
That'll be 11.
Ooh. Okay. So he's now on that. Yeah, you managed to come. Maybe it's because your partner in crime, the one that actually does all the writing of the books and thus makes all the real money.
Hey, my museum's quite good, you know. I get lots of people in.
You run over and you slice into him, and you like open up a big wound across his chest, and blood doesn't spurt out like you'd expect, but it just sort of dribbles out lazily.
Ugh. That's worse.
Yep. Jeffrey, you come running onto the scene and you see Sharon and Michael attacking your fellow Brit, William, who's brandishing a shotgun and has a huge gash across his chest.
Well, I am going to throw one of my Molotovs at the big tentacly monster thing because
Awesome.
it's in fucking water and fuck that thing.
Brilliant. Go for it.
Throw
Yep. How good you throw?
50.
Ooh, okay.
He's good with his knives.
Yeah, I'm good with my knives. I'm obviously not good with my Molotovs. That is a failure. I rolled a 69.
Okay, give me a luck roll then to see if you set the poor innocent young lady on fire instead.
Alrighty, let's hope so. I mean, let's hope not. Oh yeah, no, I passed that. That's a 24. That's the kind of roll that I actually wanted to get.
Brilliant. So you don't set her on fire. It's very close, like she feels the backwash of the heat. And she's good enough that she throws her body to one side as the other zombie guy that's holding her gets engulfed in flames. So
Nice.
you can give me a damage roll, which is 2d6.
6.
Cool. So I was like, the half of his body on the side opposite the woman suddenly catches fire and he's burning and he doesn't seem overly bothered. He's like patting at it and he's concentrating on those flames, and that woman's now like slinking away in the water into some proper
Don't go into the first. Oh.
Get into the water.
she's
You know
she's in
what?
the shallows, but she's trying to get into the proper reed bed that's there.
Oh, okay, so she's not going further into the water.
No.
Okay. I was going to say that I should have set her on fire then, just to stop her going like.
JP, give me
Yes.
a luck roll, please.
As we look into the distance and see two little light dots slowly coming across the lake.
That is another hard success.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So your flotilla of burning boats with you at the back with your weapon drawn successfully gets close. The beast now turns bodily towards these things and I guess it's confused by what's going on as these fire boats come ever closer to it. And you get to have a shot at it if you like with your weapon, whatever it is.
Okay.
JP, you've got to be like
It's a
Ride of the Valkyries or something at the top of your voice because you're like slowly coming in.
I just rolled a 99.
So, what weapon is it you've got? Because that might be a critical failure.
It's
as
not a
well.
malfunction. It's not a malfunction. It's a 38 revolver.
Okay, so it's only a 100 malfunction, yeah?
Yeah, only 100 is a malfunction.
Okay, oh, you're
so-
safe. So, I think it's because you wobbled a bit and you'd lined up, and then it's like this music gets stuck in your head just as you're about to aim, and it's Ride of the Valkyries is in your head, and that puts you off because obviously to aim properly you need to calm your breathing, but you're going yeah, your shot goes wildly off into the night. Okay, William is going to fight back against you guys. Michael, he's going to try and bring his shotgun down and fire point blank at you with the barrel. So you get a chance to dodge.
The dodge ain't very good. No. I got 22 dodge and I got a 60.
Okay. He does 6 points of damage to you as the
Oh no!
arrow goes off and hits you in the shoulder, taking out a sizable chunk of your flesh with it.
Yeah, I only had 9 to start with.
Oh,
So I'm down to 3.
so you're going to need to make a constitution roll as well.
Okay. Let's have a look. 22 out and I got 65. So it's hard.
You managed to battle through the intense pain and blood loss. And we're back to Sharon.
Use your strength. Wrestle the shotgun.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, I'll try and save him.
Okay.
Oh
So we're going to do a
yeah.
fighting brawl maneuver as you try and get the shotgun out of his grasp.
I got a 19. It's got to be a 35. So it's in between, I think.
So that's a normal success, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what's she using for it? Strength or fighting brawl?
Fighting brawl.
Okay.
Can I not use strength, please?
You've got to do it. He got a failure. So as long as you got a level of success and you are aiming to wrench the shotgun out of his hand, so we'll say you've got it out of his hands, you can't. It's only 2 shots, so you would need to load it, and you don't have any ammunition. But
can I just whack him with it?
Next turn, yeah.
Or jump on him?
You can start beating him to death with it. Because we're in normal initiative now, and he's got a weapon readied. It's JP's go.
Go on,
As he
JP.
Drifting across the lake.
I'm going to stop worrying about my
Before you hit it.
It's a normal success.
Okay, and this is against the big beast, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Yeah. You're not the right dice. You are the right dice. That is a 8. No damage bonus.
Ooh.
Now give me a luck roll to see if your first boat makes it to the beast.
It's a normal success.
Okay,
Yeah, normal success.
so your boat rams into it and give me 2d6 damage for the flame.
Nice. Not very nice. 3.
Okay. So that was JP. Michael, your go.
Can I still use my sword? Am I too injured?
No, you can still use it.
I'll
Still use
finish.
it.
Oh yeah, the one it shot me. I
Okay.
don't like him anymore.
Get him.
50 through 55 and the 60, so normal.
Normal. He got a failure, so you do damage to him.
4.
Okay. Again, you stick your sword into him. So you opened a big gash before, and now like you hit his thigh. This time you run it through, and again the wound doesn't seem to spurt blood. It just sort of dribbles out lazily. Jeffrey.
Can I swish it round a bit though?
Let's same again.
Okay.
Oh, drop that. That is a regular success.
Nice. 2d6 fire damage then, if you please.
9 points of damage.
Oh, that's better. Okay. And the beast now. So it's turned round to these boats, and its eye stalks. All 3 of them focus onto JP, and it's going to fire a spine at you, JP. You can attempt to dodge, but I'm going to give you a penalty dice because you're on a boat.
Yeah, but if it lies flat, there's nothing to shoot. You can more or less hide in the
The
boat.
boat is inherently unstable.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
not just see if I'm lucky instead? Dodge it so fast. Oh, that's another 99. Right, these dice are going in the bin.
It's okay because it got a failure to hit you.
But not the boat. Hit the boat twice.
So this big, large metallic spine does thud into the front of the boat, like millimeters away from your feet.
Okay.
And You are quite shocked by that. And Jeffrey, can you give me another D6 damage? This is for the guy that's on fire.
5.
Right, okay. And there's nobody else on fire there. So he's going to go after the young lady that's in the reeds. And again, he's got this weird mechanical sort of disjointed walk that the other 2 zombie type creatures had. And so he's desperately like chasing after this young woman that's gone into the reeds at the edge of the water. William now no longer has a shotgun. So Sharon, he is going to attempt to attack you. And do you want to fighting brawl back or do you want to dodge?
Dodge. Let's have a look. I'm gonna fighting brawl.
Yeah, smash him with the shotgun.
With so you're using it like a club, so you swing round.
Yeah. And I got a fail.
Okay, cool. Oh, he got a fail anyway. So he like goes to swing you, and you hold the gun up, and you're attempting to do it. You just sort of bang against each other a bit. And actually, because Sharon, I forgot you no longer have a readied firearm. You don't go first.
Okay.
And neither does Michael. Doesn't have his extra initiative because he doesn't. But that means the only one with a drawn firearm is your navy.
Yeah, come and save the day.
The head of your own personal navy, who sailed round the Lake of Doom with his
be the
fireboat,
hero in the book.
standing there with his gun drawn, which none of you were aware that he actually had a firearm. But what firearm is it that he's got that JP's wielding? What was it again? Was it a 38 revolver?
Yeah.
Okay, and he's fired two shots?
Yes.
I'm like, Sharon, when we write the book, put down that I did all that.
Okay. I'll pretend you're JP.
Yeah, I was on the boats, the flaming boats. It sounds better.
So, JP, give me another shot at whatever you want to fire at.
Yeah, just same thing again. Big guy. Well,
the big beast.
Thing.
The big scary thing.
Big thing.
Okay. Is that another 99?
No, it's not this time. It's a 53. I need a 50.
Gotta burn some luck off.
You can't burn luck in or push in combat.
I know.
Okay, so I think it's because you were focusing on this weird spine that thudded into your ship, because you're proud of this little boat now, and it's taken some damage. Right, but we've got a couple more things we need from you. One is give me a D6 roll for the ongoing fire damage on the big beast. 4. Okay. Now give me a luck roll to see if the second boat hits.
No.
The second boat, with all your rocking on your boat, it's pushing it into the reeds, and it's not doing much now. That boat's now out of it. And that's all. So that was you. Now it's Sharon's go. You're currently fighting with old man William.
Yeah.
You've taken his shotgun off him. You're using it as a club. Is that what you wish to continue to do?
Yeah,
okay.
Just using it. It's better than nothing.
So swing at him then.
Ooh, yay. So is that fighting brawl?
Yep.
So that's a pass.
A pass. He got a fail. So you connect with it. Give me a D6 for the damage.
Okay.
What? You like wind up for this big swing, and then maybe you're just showing off because you swing and you pull the swing at the last minute, and it just sort of taps his jaw.
Oh man.
Okay, so it's now. Ooh. JP. Like I say, all three eyes are now focused on you. So you can give me a dodge roll, but again with a with a penalty dice, while it fires a spine at you.
I made it.
What level of success did you get?
Just a normal.
A normal.
I'm not pushing it, but yeah.
That is enough because it only got a normal success, so you matched it. So again, this spine fires out into the night, and are you? Did you listen to what Michael said? Did you just hit the deck and just lie flat in this boat as this spine sails through the air and splashes in the water just behind you? Michael, it's your go.
Still the man with the took the shotgun off. He's still got a bit of life left.
Yep.
Yep. Let's slash him again then. It's 100.
100.
I thought that
You're
was
not
a
doing
1.
very well
I thought it was a
today.
1. It was 100.
Ooh.
So that's a
Unbelievable.
He's so
So-
gonna die.
Was this with your sword then?
Mm-hmm.
How much damage does your sword do?
A D6 and a damage bonus, but I ain't got any.
Okay. Give me a D3. So roll a D6 and halve it.
I've got a D3. And that's a 2.
Okay, so you do 2 damage to William because he rolled high 90s anyway to dodge. However, you misjudged it and your sword goes through his body because, like say, you've been damaging him, but there's been something odd about his body, and it's just been oozing blood. So you were expecting a lot more resistance. You didn't hit a bone, and you slide all the way through his chest cavity.
What, the whole body?
Yeah. No, the sword does, and the sword pierces Sharon as well. So Sharon, can you take 2 points of damage as well, please?
And I'm hanging halfway through his body like that.
As the sword slides so easily through and pops out the other side, it's the chaos of combat. You're not quite sure what or who stabbed you at this moment in
Skewing
time.
a few of us.
But you let out a yelp.
I think Sharon gets your point, Michael.
He was really driving it home. Okay, Jeffrey, it's your go.
I've only used 2 Molotovs, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I've got 5.
Yep.
Or had 5. I got 3 now. Here we go. 6. That is a 6. That's a 6.
You hit the big beast again. Give me 2d6.
That's an extreme.
Ooh. Oh, okay. You don't get any special rules
Wait,
for
where's
these.
my throw? Yeah, it is.
Okay, give me 3d6 this time then.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Get all 6s.
5, 6, 9.
Okay, so that's from this one.
Okay.
You also hit it last time, so it does an extra d6 damage. So give me another one as it continues to burn from that.
4.
Okay, so it had 4 hit points left, and you just rolled the 4. So what
Yay!
does everybody see as this creature lets out an unearthly high-pitched scream as the vibrating of the spine ceases?
So it kind of gets confused between what is this kind of metally vibrating and what's this oil bubbling, and it gets so much that it's kind of that high pitch wrenching of metal, that squealing, and as people start to cover their ears, there's just like a pop, and it splatters across, covering JP in and the zombie dude.
Yep.
And probably the lady, basically whoever's around it except me, because I'm going to the fucking water.
So the big thing is out of the fight. So that's quite important. William and Robert both let out a piercing scream as this thing explodes and it goes down in fire and the vibrating stops. You see that the other zombie-like guy, his movements become much more uncoordinated. He's still a threat, but he's just like he's moving almost in slow motion now, as they're obviously all affected in some way by the death of this horrible being that was maybe in control of them, or you don't know. It just seems strange. It's like the shockwave has gone out and they don't seem quite as coordinated now. You need to give me another D6 because you'd set the other zombie guy on fire, please, Jeffrey. So he'll still continue to take damage from those flames.
3.
Okay, very good. And it is William's go, nevertheless. And
Is he the one that I'm fist deep in?
yes, your sword is it? You did pull your sword back out.
Oh, I thought I was all the way in.
And
I did not expect to hear tonight.
It's not a good night if you're not fist deep in somebody.
That's not a common East Midlands saying. I would just Okay, Sharon, he's going to try and punch you.
Come on.
Do you want to dodge or do you want to brawl back?
I'll brawl back.
Okay.
Pass me dice, thank God. Oh yeah, I got extreme success. Got a 4.
You got a normal success.
Extreme.
So, are you clubbing him with the shotgun?
He tries
again?
to get me, and
Okay.
I take it off him and smack him around the head with it.
Give me a D6 for the damage, then, please.
Hey, 6. Looking up now.
6. So you knock a great big chunk out of his skull as you brain him with it, but he's still in the fight.
How is he still going? It's a massive brute, this guy is.
You hear the girl in the reed scream as the other zombie guy has now got hold of her, and for some reason is still dragging her back in the water towards what's left of this beast. It's like he's only got one thing on his mind. This is all he can manage to do. Maybe he can sacrifice her to what's left of this beast in the water. And JP, hero of the hour, maybe, although he didn't completely take out the moss. It was Jeffrey's fire bombs that did the most damage.
Yeah, up to you. I've just fired wildly at nothing.
What do you wish to do? You go first.
I mean, I kind of want to try and take a pop shot at him, but I feel like, given how it's gone up to get, I'm just going to miss and hit her.
You better not die after all this.
It's not like you're going to stab one of your own team, though, is it?
I've been stabbed.
Yeah, I've already shot her up.
And I'm never going to hit the last of it.
I passed.
Yay.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant. Give me some damage against this zombie guy.
Okay, it is. So,
Oh,
7.
7. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it hits. A lot of his body seems to absorb that bullet impact, but you see it blow out the back a little bit. Sharon, it's your go.
Okay. So who's still going?
William, who you're fighting with.
It's still going, okay.
Yep.
55. Nope. Fail. Oh, hang on. Yeah, 55. I thought it said 30 then, but no. I failed.
You failed as well. Okay. Michael, how many people are you planning on injuring this time?
No, just I'm swording him.
What's that sword?
Oh no, 15 off.
Hang on, he got a fail anyway.
Okay.
Hey, Owen's in the chat. He is definitely the servant of the lake. Cool. Jeffrey, it's your go. I mean, you can firebomb everybody if you like. That's an option. These are the people that trashed your car.
Yeah, but like, I have been rather rude to them. So, so who's left? Just this one zombie guy?
There's the zombie guy dragging the lady back in the water, and then there's William, the guy that owns the motel, and his brother in the wheelchair, who's done absolutely nothing because he really can't.
So let's go
Other
for the
than-
guy in the wheelchair. No, I'm joking.
He's hurling curses at you, but that's about it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to that. You know, more variety show was, you know. So I'm going to go after the zombie that's dragging the lady, because who doesn't go for a damsel in distress?
Excellent.
Um, 21. I probably shouldn't be throwing a Molotov though, right?
Well, what did you want to throw? It's that or a knife?
Yeah, a knife. That makes sense.
Okay. He failed to dodge.
So it's a hard success. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. Cool. So give me the damage for him.
1d4. Where's my thing? 3.
Excellent. Yeah. So the knife thuds into his like the back of his head and stays there again. Your aim was true. It's his go. He's going to continue to drag her to what's left of this beast, and he's like got this lady, and he's sort of offering her to the body that's left. Sharon, you've got the lowest luck. Make me a luck roll, please.
004. So
Wow.
extreme success.
Okay. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to impale her on what's left of these spines, and it's not working currently. William is going to attack you, Sharon. So do you want to fighting brawl him back?
Yeah. Nope. 82.
He got a failure as well anyway. And we're back to JP, who is still on his boat on the lake, surrounded by fire. What are you going to do, JP?
Does it not hit the shore yet with a bump?
Make me a luck roll, which he'll probably.
Thanks for that.
Is that a no?
So my luck is 80. I rolled a 91. That's the curse of the DM, that is.
No, you're not at the shore yet. You're still out in the lake.
I'd love it if you lost momentum now and you're just like stuck.
Trying to squish it
Hey
along.
guys, hey, don't forget about me. So what do you want to do, JP?
Yeah. What, I've done 4 out of my 6? Yeah, I've done 4 shots, haven't I? So, yeah, I'll shoot again then.
Who are you shooting at?
Part of me wants to shoot at Rob. Just a little bit.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, part of me wants to shoot the guy in the wheelchair.
See, when I said I was going for him, I was like, "Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant because he did nothing." Oh,
I feel like he's in on it, so yeah.
You might be the master. You might be controlling everything.
You can absolutely shoot at him.
No,
Uh,
the other one that was shot at earlier. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Okay. Yep. The one dragging the lady.
Yes, the one dragging the lady, and that is another pass.
Oh, okay.
I'm on fire now,
Yeah, he doesn't dodge it.
and it's 6.
Okay. So what happens then? As you take him out.
I don't thought that far ahead.
So your bullet flies straight in true, but what does everybody else see in all this chaos?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you gonna blow his head off? Are you just gonna hit him in the torso, or?
I think blowing his head off is a must, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's gonna hit him clean in the head, and just the whole thing is just gonna go.
Like a melon.
No. His head's going to come off and land in the wheelchair.
Brilliant. Okay, Sharon, it's your go.
Okay,
You're
so
still fighting William.
so,
Still hitting him with what's left of his shotgun.
Bloody hell! It's 82 again.
Yeah, he fails to dodge anyway. So,
This zombie just won't die.
Michael.
Sword.
Watch me.
Gonna flourish a 17, which is a hard.
Okay, so normal damage then.
3.
He's got 1 hit point left.
3.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm chopping his arms off.
As you do.
And his armless corpse.
I'm gonna
now he's harmless. Slumps to the floor and doesn't move anymore. Jeffrey, there's one bad guy left.
Yes.
He's in a wheelchair, hurling all sorts of curses at you lot.
is he hurling curses in English?
Oh yes,
Oh, okay.
Push him in the leg.
he's talking about.
Yeah. Tie
Okay,
his legs to the wheelchair and push him in.
He's going. It's sort of disjointed speech, but he's like, "You'll never stop. We'll just build another one." This was only an avatar. The real beast's alive in England.
You know, I really thought you would be better than that. Are you dying anyway? What's the? I mean, you're old, but come on now.
And he looks at you. He goes, well, I'm not too bad for 105.
105.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over a century. Clarky's kept me going.
You know, I've got just the box I could put you in. I'm gonna start pushing him back towards the.
There's literally nothing he can do other than hurl curses at him.
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get JP's boat and give him a Viking funeral. Just push him out.
Just leave him there.
Fire.
I mean, you can always decide to do that for me. I'm just not sure, I can be responsible for a fellow countryman and all that.
We could just leave him outside to die. Just leave him there. He can't move or anything. It's like
Yeah, but someone's going to find him.
Can you all be just like discussing this as we're pushing him back?
yeah.
So,
You could tie him to the wheelchair so he can't. So when you push it in the lake, he'll sink.
Could put bricks on the end of his wheelchair.
you are no longer in initiative. JP, you finally managed to get to shore. There's the terrified young lady in the shallows of the lake. There's the bits of the beast. There's quite a few bodies.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the
Can we
flames-
rescue the lady before
the
we walk
flames
off?
slowly start to die out because obviously it was oil and it was floating on the water. So, what would you like to do? I guess you're going over to the lady as well? Is
Yeah,
that
we
right?
need to rescue the lady.
Can we
Sharon
chop a
can go
bit?
over.
Can
Would
we
we
chop a bit of the baddie up so we can?
Oh,
take it
yeah,
back?
yeah. I'm going to chop his eye stalks out with my sword. Yeah, I want to take one of them back with me.
We're so gross, but that's what we would do.
We'll pick up a
I'll take
couple of
pictures.
spikes, take some pictures and chop his eye stalks off.
You chop his eyes off. And then get the lady. Just
And then
leave
we'll
the
get the
rest
lady, yeah.
leaving.
Oh,
You can have yourself an eye stalk as you walk past this poor, terrified young lady.
It'll be all
I mean,
right.
it's
We'll
not
get you in a
like-
minute.
Is it? So-
Can
Right.
you also, before JP comes in, can you take a photo of him floating on the lake?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. So, what else would you guys? So, you speak to the lady. She tells you her name is Sarah Bonner. She was on her way to visit her grandparents in Salem. She'd stopped at the motel for a few days as she's tired from the long drive from her home in Newburyport. She says that the younger looking guy and William broke into her room at night. She said they came out of a trap door which was under the rug in the room, and they dragged her off to the lake, and she really doesn't know what was going on, and she's sort of gibbering a bit. She's quite insane from this little encounter.
That's good.
Special
what I-
coffee.
What I want to do is go to the reception and rip out the page with our names in it because I don't want no one to know we did anything near this. And she's
Okay.
insane, so it doesn't really matter what she says.
Right.
And then
Fair
we'll just
enough.
rob the joint.
Take as many artifacts as we can.
So what do Jeffrey and JP wish to do while they're attempting to do this?
Well, have we decided what we're doing with Bobby or Billy or whichever one it is?
Robert, yeah. He's there. You've wheeled him away. He's constantly talking about Glaaki, that he's in service to Glaaki, and you won't stop him. You won't stop Glaaki. That was just an avatar of it. The main one is back in good old Blighty. You haven't slowed down their ultimate plans much. There's more of them around the world, he's saying.
Yes. And let me guess, as you were so keen on the River Severn, you've decided that it is there. Well, lucky for you, I hate water. So, Robert, are you going to be polite, or do we have to put you on a boat and push you out into that blasted lake?
At that, he starts to cough, and then he spits this glob of black tarry phlegm at you.
Definitely, go on.
I'm gonna look at JP and be like, well, do you want to shoot him?
JP, how do you feel about shooting an innocent guy in a wheelchair?
He's not
Wait a
innocent.
minute. Why is he innocent?
But he's not harmed me, so yeah.
Jack asked a good question.
You've got a room full of suitcases where they've been murdering people for God knows how long.
I mean, I've not seen him do anything. No, I don't want to shoot him.
He can't get out of
just
his wheelchair.
If you look at your mum and dad, they were murdering everyone.
He's like, there, I'm 105, you know.
Jeffrey, I thought you were a proper gentleman.
I am, and he just spat at me. What gentleman spits?
So you shoot people for spitting?
Well,
Just ask
no,
him how
I
many
don't have a
people
gun.
he's killed. Just say how many people you killed.
And he spits at your feet, and he goes, "Not enough to make the avatar powerful enough to take you on, obviously."
If you spit again, I'll shove something in your mouth.
And he spits again.
I'll put the rag in his mouth.
Put in a rag. He can't speak anymore.
Well, I feel this is getting rather out of hand now, so I'm just going to push you in this barn, Robert, and you're going to enjoy a nice, peaceful life in the barn, okay?
People live in the barn.
Yeah, she's going to, wheel him in, shut the doors, and put the...
And light the oil.
No. I mean... You guys are ransacking the place, so you may want to go and just burn everything after. But
yeah, or we
what
could
about
just
the guy
make
who's
sure he's in
under-
his wheelchair.
He must have
Yeah,
been
so
killed.
he's tied in his wheelchair, and we'll hang him from one of the beams in his chair.
Grief, Gary. We need to see if there's any papers on this monster and stuff, just in case we come across it again.
Yeah, I think we're in a lot of trouble, really.
So, no, there's no papers on the monster, but
Or
You've heard
information.
you've heard him talk about Glaaki. Searching the place, you do find a couple of things.
I'm sorry, but too dark.
So dark.
Jack asked who the real bad guys are here. I think we've just understood, Michael. It's you.
I've spent a lot of time in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, he's a bit jittery when it comes to mirrors.
So you search the bedrooms of the two guys, William and Robert, that own it, which is behind the reception. In William's room, which looks like the rooms you guys occupied with a single bed, you find $1,232 in cash.
Oh yeah.
In Robert's bedroom, there is no bed. There is a crate with soil in it. Dark soil. And you also
That
find...
I will burn.
So what's that?
That I will burn.
The soil, okay.
Yeah.
There's a bookcase, and it contains
Maps.
some books on local history and a first edition of a book called The Revelations of Glaaki, Volume 6.
That's
I'll
what we
take
need.
that. We'll take that for the museum. There's no maps, is it? Circled in England.
Nope.
The place where it is.
Do you want to read the book that you're taking, or are you just picking it up?
Don't read the book.
JP, do you want to have a quick look at this book?
No, thank you.
It's research for your role.
Given that, there's no wonder you two are as messed up as you are, is there? Like every bit of evil that we come across, you're like, oh yeah, museum that. Come on.
If you wish to study it, it'll take you 4 weeks to fully study this Revelations of Glaaki. So Glaaki is GLA''AKI. But you could decide on that one later. That and all the other junk jewelry stuff that you found in the workshop is really all there is here. As you search the rooms, you look under all the mats that were in all your rooms, and there are indeed trapdoors in all of the rooms.
Oh shit.
Did we find out whether one of those guys was James Fraser earlier?
You
Because I've not checked it.
okay? Amongst the cash that you find in William's bedroom, you find a wallet belonging to James Fraser.
Okay.
What happened to the guy in his pants that JP bust into his room?
He is still unconscious. You guys carried him back to like the porch of the room, didn't you?
Is that the one who showed us?
Yeah, and
all
where's
broke
Jacob?
into it?
Yeah, so Jacob is hiding under his bed when you guys get there.
Ah,
So
that's
you've
okay.
got Bill Dunstan, who was the guy in his pants.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's all these witnesses. We better ring the police
He's confused and
rather than murder the wheelchair
angry
man.
at JP.
I think
So-
we'll ring the police.
Bill Dunstan's side of the story is everything was going perfectly fine and reasonable at night until JP kicked in his door, pushed him in his own room, and then kicked in another door, and then everything went a bit mad. And he's quite traumatized. You've got Sarah Bonner, who is severely traumatized, and you've got Jacob Trent, who has discovered that his lover has been murdered and is not in the best of shape himself, but is largely.
Does he know that?
Oh yeah, because he found Abe's clothes.
Clothes.
Found the jacket, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you
And
find
that's
the
when he
cops,
ran off.
though, they'll try and pin it
Well,
on
I'm gonna-
somebody.
But we've got a big monster in the backyard
Oh, yeah.
and zombies. They're still there.
We shall
Well-
say you like tidy up. You managed to get these 3 people sort of some rest. Maybe you give them alcohol.
Special
And
coffees.
you don't have the special coffees because that was in. I mean, you can give them special coffees if you like. If you want to source some of that special moonshine.
No.
I need a special coffee.
You can go out and see if you can find as you travel around, see if you can find some more of that.
We found some jars of grey stuff.
Yeah, you've got this. So you collect all your stuff together, and you guys get together, and the sun comes up. So, what is your plan now that a new day has dawned?
Just to leave.
I mean, I'm just following these two and documenting everything.
Well,
Robert
I
is still in the workshop.
I mean, the police have got to see. They've got to see all the suitcases full of stuff. We've got a monster in the back garden. We've got a couple of zombies. You know what I mean? We only came here for a night.
They won't know what to make of it. They'll just be like,
so we could call the police, but we don't actually have to be here when the police arrive.
Yeah, like I said, let's rip our names out of the book, call the police, and let's get out of here.
yeah.
Do
And
you
to-
think you could take me to that garage? I still have a van in their head.
Sure.
And I'm sure when we write the book about it, no one will ever know it was us.
No.
So, is that your plan to call the police and run?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the garage.
Yeah.
To the garage, yeah.
Hey, you get your vehicle. Actually, yeah, we'll say you get your vehicle fixed up. Let's say Bill Dunstan comes around enough to be able to get your vehicle running. He's quite mechanically minded. That works.
We get
So-
the big monster, drag that up, and put it over the wheelchair man. So it looks like a Scooby-Doo man So they can go, it was him all along.
Gary's lost the plot. You be looking in them mirrors, Gary.
Yeah.
For Gary, that's probably one of his most
Nice ones, isn't it?
sensible responses out of the night so far.
I mean, I do like that idea, but there is a but to this. If you're going to get the bits of the monster, there's all the spines on it. You're going to need a luck roll to not get pierced by the spines.
Oh, you're so gonna die from it.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that Michael hasn't taken one of the spines for his museum.
We have got one. I've got a spine. I've got an eye stalk.
Yeah. We got the jars.
We've got photographs. Yeah, we've got some of the jars. We've got a boot full. We just left the shotgun out.
Shotgun as well that they can't.
No,
use.
we're taking that out to fill the boot up because we don't need the shotgun.
Okay. So you're leaving Robert in the workshop?
Yeah, tied up.
Tied up.
Why are we tying?
We can just leave him as it is, can't we? Because he can't move his arms, can he? To move the wheelchair.
Can you think he can move his hands, can't he?
Yeah, he can. He can
See?
propel
So we have to tie him up.
Would it look dodgy if we tie him up though?
Why don't you just put the brakes on?
We'll let his ties down then. How about that?
Can we not wedge him in a corner?
Give me a group luck roll. So Sharon, you need to roll.
Can we not just ask one of the other guests to keep an eye on him? Till police get there.
We want to try and be inconspicuous as possible, don't we?
Alfie's got a suggestion.
What is that?
Stick him in a room and say it was a romantic evening gone wrong.
Yeah. Ooh. 23.
23. Okay, so you passed your luck roll. That is fortunate. You hear a bit of a commotion go out, and when you get there, you realise that what must have happened is he's got up out of his wheelchair and shambled out into the daylight, and then he appears to have melted into like a green goo on the floor and bubbled up. Fortunately,
vampires are everywhere.
Fortunately, you didn't witness his body melting, so you don't need a sanity check.
So we don't actually know that that was him.
No. All of it is there's a pile of green bubbling goo, and his wheelchair is empty.
Ooh,
you can see the like footsteps.
Get a bit.
Get a bit. Can we take a photo instead of taking a bit with his?
Okay.
Right. So, you guys have collected everything you need to. You've called the authorities and then hightailed it out of there.
Yeah.
Are you all sticking together, or what's your plan now going forward?
Well, we'll drop Jeffrey off at the garage.
Yeah, and then JP
the car's working. We fixed that.
Okay. And then, have we got another book signing to go to?
Yeah.
You've got the week off.
We got the week off. Oh, right.
You actually to the country.
Start writing my new book then.
Right. So, this is the wrap up then.
We're going to use the money that we just nicked to go into a nice hotel, one not near a lake.
Yeah. It has no mirrors.
Yeah, a non-mirrored hotel.
You've got James Fraser's wallet, I presume, as proof that he was there, maybe? I don't know. What are you doing with that?
We left it on the desk so the police can find it.
So you're not going to try and claim the reward for that?
No, we don't want them to know we were there.
No, we've got money there, haven't we? We've got the other money that we stole.
You guys hightail it out of there, confident that you've successfully uncovered another dastardly plot and have got loads of material to write a book about. Jeffrey and JP, you're probably quite confused by what went on. You may or may not choose to keep hanging around with these two. That's entirely up to you. JP, you're contractually obliged to stay with these two.
Yep.
As part of your job. So,
as the weeks go by, we try and convince him it was just a hoax, just to get him into the spirit world.
as a couple of weeks pass and you guys have not heard anything yet. However, we're going to. Oh, I'm gonna wait till Jeffrey comes back for this bit. I'm sure he can still hear us. So you've obviously got your new exhibits that you're working on for your museum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we can stash him. How are we going to stash him, Michael? Should we keep them in those glass containers again?
Yeah. They're not really haunted or like that, are they? There's nothing. We could just keep them normal glass.
Just
I don't even
normal.
need to use my Sam. I didn't even use Sam once.
No, use Sam on him.
No,
Make sure he's got
I've given you
nothing.
special rules for using Sam as well.
Yeah, we didn't use Sam. There were no supernatural going off, was it? It was just like a big fish.
No
Big
supernatural, just a big weird monster
A
with
big
3
porcupine
tentacle
fish.
things.
Yeah.
Right, we need Bushy back for this next bit. Fortunately, as far as you're aware,
That's
Oh.
why I play normal nice guy characters, because if I get to play anything bad, I'd go so dark.
You just go for it.
I try and keep my darkness below as much as I can, and it just comes out now and again.
It's funny. You have been in the same asylum, if I said that right.
Hmm.
So you
Well,
would be
you
a bit
guys-
ready.
But we did do one with a couple of high school kids, and I waterboarded the bully. Do you remember?
That's what I'd probably do.
okay, so you guys tend to your wounds, and you'll be able to heal yourselves up.
Oh, good, because I'm nearly dead. I'm at 3. That's probably why I've gone dark, because I'm really, really, really injured.
However, we're going to cut over to a musty office filled with cigarette smoke. There's an ashtray full of cigarette butt ends, and a file, a brown paper file, gets passed over it. And it's got secret for the eyes of Special Agent Wade.
Ooh.
There's a hand opens it up, and in there are papers detailing about some investigation into a couple of authors that call themselves the Most Haunted Team, and some strange goings on that seem to follow them about. There's quite detailed notes about the fact that Night in the Orchard is not solely a work of fiction and warrants some further investigation. And you see that then a hand reaches across, and there's an ink stamps across, and it says Delta Group authorized. And then there's a voice that says, "It's okay, we have eyes on them.
Ooh.
We will see what further occurs."
Ooh.
We're
And then
being investigated.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. So, well done. You just about survived.
No, I nearly died.
That was tough.
That beast had a lot of hit points. It had 50 hit points to get through.
Wow. Wow.
So choosing fire was good because that was 2d6 a turn, and then it
Well done,
keeps
Bushy and
keep
Rob.
Yeah.
damaging it. 'Cause it says
Fire boats worked.
The fireboats work. Yeah.
In the book, though, me and Gary are going to take your places, by the way.
Brilliant. So I hope you all enjoyed that.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you very
really
much.
good, hey?
Thanks, Gary.
The capers of the most haunted crew continue. So it appears. We don't know who they'll be joined with next time. It depends if they've scared Jeffrey and JP away. Although JP might still be contractually obliged by the studio to stay with them.
I'm just worried with my character now. If he's like this now, what's it going to be like if he gets corrupt by anything?
You know, you're coming from your character.
Yeah. I don't think you can go any darker.
Cool. So is everyone okay? Was that all right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Thanks everybody in chat for taking part. Special thanks to Jace D. Reaver for nearly killing JP. So thank you, Jack. That was a good call for JP to try and heal himself and nearly die.
Great medical check.
I do need to stop listening to chat.
No, you need to listen to them more. What could possibly go wrong?
Thank you to all our new followers this evening.
Yep. Definitely thank you to our regular sponsors. So we have Monkey's Emporium for all your retro toy goodness. They do regular auctions on Facebook, so keep an eye out for them. Lost Boys Pizza do the best pizza in London. It's official. Look it up on Google. But they do deliver nationwide, and they do awesome pizzas.
They do.
And Shade Glass Games, your friendly local gaming store here in the East Midlands.
Lost Boys Pizza also do cocktails, and they're big on absinthe for anybody that likes absinthe.
Do we need some absinthe to play the next game with?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be
Yeah, man.
posted.
Well, tomorrow, obviously, we're playing D&D, and Pete from Lost Boys Pizza is going to be with us. So talk to him about absinthe, because he blew my tiny absinthe mind on New Year's Eve a couple of years ago when we were partying. So yeah.
Yeah, I had a good New Year's Eve when we tried it.
I've never had it, so
that's going to be a good gaming night, that is. especially soon when you're just living above.
So yeah, we're doing D&D tomorrow, which is Dragon Heist, and then sometime next week, maybe Thursday, we're going to be doing Kids on Bikes, which is kind of like Stranger Things and Goonies all wrapped up into one. So feel free to come along and join us then. Keep an eye on the streams for news of what we're doing.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Anybody got anything else? And you feel free to plug anything if you've got.
All good.
Boss, you could plug Shade Glass again.
Shop for Shade Glass.
A plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. So obviously, me and G are the ones that are kind of pushing the channel. So if you've got things on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, follow us on everything because it helps us out.
Yes.
Have you made an Instagram yet?
Yeah, there's an Instagram as well, which is actually where I do most of the stuff for the memes. So the Screech meme that people like, I put together, and that's where I try and get it through first, because otherwise I don't use Instagram. So,
and I think it's safe to say Screech is going to be making an appearance tomorrow in D&D because he wasn't there last week. I nearly shoehorned him in, but they were in Icewind Dale, so it was a bit cold for Screech. But now they're going to get back to a much nicer environment where Screech likes to hang out.
Yeah.
Which means it will be mature content only because Screech is rather swearing.
Everyone loves Screech.
Brilliant. Cool.
Wicked.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a great night. I've had fun. Join us again.
Thank you.
woo!
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.